Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet, and today's video is a day of testing Dollar Tree products, the new ones, to let you know which ones are worth your $1.25 and which ones I will never buy again. On a recent shopping trip to Dollar Tree, I found some new stuff and I'm going to be testing it out, giving it a thumbs up or thumbs down. Usually you guys find me doing a Dollar Tree toy test, and in this video I have some toys, plus I have some things from other parts of the store. Let's get started with the testing. Got a lot of things in this bag here. But we have some new home organizing things to try out. These are brand new finds to me. They're from Closet Essentials, which is pretty much the Dollar Tree brand, right? The first one is a felt drawer organizer. These little drawer organizers came in two colors at my store, this really bright blue and a gray. I went home with the gray. Upon opening it up, I was pretty impressed with it because it was made from felt, and the felt was actually pretty thick. One small design flaw though is when opening it up, it quickly would close back up upon opening it, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but just something to note that I was expecting it to stay open. I did like the size. Like I said, I already loved the quality. It really felt like it had some heft and it would stand the test of time. So of course we had to take this up to my drawer. I emptied one out to give this a go. This is a top drawer and it's a pretty short drawer too. The actual organizer fit pretty well inside of here, and then it was just a matter of filling it up to see how much it could hold. I chose to fill mine up with socks, and I did one pair of socks per hole. I definitely think that you could fit more in one hole, but I actually didn't have that many socks to fill it up with. I do think this might be a great option for something like ties or scarves or even some other accessories like belts, because the size of the holes are pretty small. Because of the shape of this organizer, I wasn't quite sure which direction to put the socks. I think if they were more square, I would have a better idea on how to organize them, so I just kind of rotated them and fit them in an angle. Once I got it pretty much filled, I had some room left over. I wanted to see some bigger items would fit in here, so I did find some bathing suit bottoms, and they seem to fit pretty well in here too. And with bathing suits, I don't mind if they get crunched up or crinkly because they hold their shape pretty well. So on one side I have 3 different bathing suit bottoms and then my socks. You can see how everything fits here. There still seems to be more room in the sections, so I would highly recommend maybe putting more than one pair of socks in here. I wanted to check if it slid around when I open and close the drawer, and it seemed to stay pretty put. And then another thing is, could this fit the other way? Can I fit 2 of them in here? Let's check and see. Looked to be pretty good, but I don't think I could fit 2 in my drawer, but I would have some space on this side. So overall, I think the quality of this one and its purpose definitely get a thumbs up. When I saw that felt drawer organizer, I also saw this one, which is the handbag storage. It has been known that Dollar Tree definitely sacrifices quality on these organizers sometimes. So that was a concern of mine when I got this. So I took it home, took a look at it and opened it up and found that it was pretty decent. The material is thin, but the plastic on the front is pretty thick. It comes with a little hanger on the top. The hanger kind of reminds me of the one that you would get maybe at a store like Target or something like that. And so I wasn't too impressed with the hanger. The sections themselves are a really good size compared to my hand here. You could fit a nice purse in there. So there's 3 different sections and a clear front. What I also wanted to note is that hanger that I don't particularly care for, it does come out, and which is really helpful too in case you wanted to switch the orientation around so that your hanger is facing a different direction in your closet. Here we are in my closet. I had a small little space here, and the hanger actually did work on my rack. I know some people are having some trouble with them fitting them around their closet rods, but it wasn't in the direction I wanted it to go. So I actually ended up taking out the hanger and turning it around so it face the other direction. So it fits really well on my rod, but you could also hang it on a hook. But a little hack I have for you is to take a pant hanger and hang it up on the pant hanger instead. And this way it will fit on your rack completely, and you can just take that little small dinky hanger out anyway. So here we are. Let's fill it up with some purses. I don't have a lot of purses, but from what I do have, I'm trying to slide in here. First one fit in pretty well. Now we got to try the second one here, which is a little bit larger and the handle sticks straight up. And unfortunately, when I tried to slide it in, there was no room for those handles, so that purse wasn't going to work. Let's try a different size purse that doesn't have those handles sticking out to see if that fits, and it definitely slid in really, really nice. I really do like that you can see the purses on one side. I think that's really clever. Then we have a third purse here on the bottom, and of course they're all empty, so the weight was fine and it worked. It did what it's supposed to do. The only thing is that hanger, it's just not strong enough. So I feel like if your purses are heavy, it might not be able to withstand the
the weight. And then once again, it's really hard to move this hanger back and forth on a clothing rack. The other thing is since there's no kind of hard platform in here, the purses kind of just fall down and kind of hang. And so there's just no room for the purse. It's just kind of all gathers together because of the way the purse's weight holds it down. I don't know if that's a deal breaker for some people who don't want things touching their purses, especially if they're designer purses, but it's something to think about. Overall, I think this really did work, especially in my situation in my closet. So thumbs up.
So surprised to see this one. Couldn't wait to try it out. These are basket labels.
These are really, really cool, and I couldn't wait to give them a shot. In my store, I only saw one color in the white. It would be nice if these came in a gray or even a black as an option, but I do like that there's 3 to a package. Plus they come with the labels. Very surprised to open it up and see that the quality was a really nice heavy duty plastic. It's gonna hold up, you guys. This is really good stuff. A little clip on the back, and then on the front is where you slip in the paper. So the labels come with it, but the labels are just that. They're just paper. So I went ahead and made a label on mine. You could cut these out of regular paper too, or you can put those little dry erase labels on them. I think that would be really helpful. Sliding my label right back into the top, and I'm putting it on one of my non-Dollar Tree storage bins. This one has a whole bunch of toys in it. It slid right on, no problem, but on my container, it was a little bit loose and slid around. If I'm using this for kids, it's probably not going to be the best thing because it's going to pop right off because, you know, kids. But if you're using this for other things around the house, I think it's definitely going to work. I don't like that the label slides up, but if it's not for kids, it's definitely going to work. This one is a thumbs up. Good job, Dollar Tree.
Let's move on to the kitchen stuff. I have found the hard to find large egg holder shelf. I guess it goes like this.
I really need this one, you guys. So when I found it at Dollar Tree, I was very, very excited because I could really use this in my refrigerator. It's a little storage drawer and it has these side hooks on the top of the container so you can make it slide underneath the shelf in your refrigerator. Here's my refrigerator. I feel like I'm giving you guys a whole house tour in this video. I have those sliding drawers, although I never slide them out, but we have them. And there's a little bar underneath it. I don't know if you can tell. So when I slid this drawer onto there, my drawer was too thick. It did not work in my refrigerator. Very, very sad panda over here. Look at this. It won't even snap on. So I thought, okay, well, let's try the little bar on the bottom of the shelf. To see if that would work instead, because I would still love to use this. It definitely fit on this bottom bar underneath my shelf, but it didn't feel quite sturdy enough. I would be very fearful to put eggs in here and have it pop right off if somebody's trying to get something on that bottom shelf. Trying it a little bit here with this package of blueberries to check on the stability of it to see if that weight was okay. And yeah, it held up and it works, but it just slides around. It comes off way too easily for my taste. And if I'm putting eggs in there and I have kids coming in and out of this refrigerator, they might knock that and it might just spill right out. Although I could use it to store my blueberries. That would be wonderful, right? I really did want this to work, you guys. My shelves just don't cut it. They're not working at all with this product, and this really, really disappointed me. So unfortunately, I will never buy this again, and it kills me. This is a thumbs down for the purple alphabet.
This one has been floating around Instagram. I've seen it everywhere. They are the ice molds. People are using these for all different things. My idea would be to use them for sensory bins and sensory play because that's what we do here on the purple alphabet. So let's check them out and see if they actually work.
I have tried ice molds many, many, many times before and have had okay luck with them. This one has directions on the back, which is kind of cool. And when I opened them up, I was really surprised to see how nice they were. They're really good sturdy plastic. There's a white plug on here that kind of pops off and it stays attached to the container. And then you open up the container on the side. There's little tabs here that you just kind of pull it apart to open up the container. So when the water is frozen inside, you can open it up fairly easily. I am concerned that over time, that little white cap on the top won't work. But for now, I mean, it's $1.25. I guess I could always get some more. So to fill them up, you just put them under running water. I have my water here in a bucket just for demonstration, but definitely easier to fill them up in the sink because I tried that too. Since my idea to use these would be for kids activities, you might even want to color your water and use them that way too. Then when you're done, you take the plug, slide it back over and put it down. I was concerned about water water leaking, but no water was coming out any of the different spots. For a kids activity idea, I thought, why not try freezing something inside for a sensory table for water play? You can also find these little figurines at Dollar Tree itself in the toy section, so you can look out for those. This filled up nicely. The little figurine fit perfectly. So we're going to put these in the refrigerator, let them freeze over, and then I'm going to bring them back at the end of the video and tell you if they worked.
Gotta throw a few toys into the mix. So this is a new one, the soft foam disc blaster. And if this works, maybe we could use this in a couple of learning activities.
Always hesitant about these blasters because I just think that they just don't work very well, but I've never actually tried one. So here it is, all opened up in the package, and it comes with all of these foam discs. There's 12, I believe, in the package, although I think you can fit more than 12 in the actual blaster. The blaster top pops open, or kind of slides open here on the top, and you can put all of your discs and load them up into several different spots. This is where I kind of was wishing I had more of them so that they would fill up completely. Then you slide it back on. Now, I needed a child to help me with this one because they were really wanting to try it out. So here is my daughter giving a shot. And on the first squeeze, the little disc gets caught. And I think it's because it wasn't filled all of the way. So I had her go ahead and take the disc holder off and then load them up, the majority of them, in the first container, in that first compartment. We had a little bit of extra left over, so she put those in the middle compartment. And this really did seem to do the trick when we were using this. So she filled that up and gave it another go, and it worked much, much better. These actually flew pretty far. I was very surprised on that. So it works. How can I use this in learning? I have ideas of writing things on the actual discs, maybe for CVC words, consonant, vowel, consonant words, really basic spelling, sight words maybe. Lots of ideas running on this one. If you have an idea, let me know down below because it actually worked really well and it's getting a thumbs up.
This one is from Turbo Wheels, which we've had pretty good luck with in past Dollar Tree toy test videos. I actually have a whole entire playlist of Dollar Tree toy tests. I'm going to put that up in the corner so you can go and check it out because I have tested a lot of Dollar Tree toys, and this is one I haven't done yet. So let's see if it works.
This one came with the car and the little blaster pedal, I guess you could call it. Goes right onto the pump from the back of the car. The car itself, it's okay. It's just that cheap plastic car and the wheels seem to be all right. This little pump here seemed to be pretty decent to actually push it over. And the car just fits right there on the cylinder where the air comes out. Had to recruit another child for this one with small feet, and she tried it out. A real simple push on the blue part and it popped right off, but she also tried to make it go harder and faster, which worked sometimes. Sometimes it didn't work. Sometimes she said it made her foot hurt because of the plastic pieces. Maybe she should have been wearing shoes, but in our house we don't. So, there's that too. I would also take into consideration the age of the child. My child who's using this right now is 9 years old, so she has a lot of power behind her and her foot's a little bit bigger. If you have a preschooler, their foot's going to be smaller and it'll probably work better. See how it just kind of falls over there. You might have better luck with a smaller foot, and once again, wearing shoes or not wearing shoes. Overall, this toy did work. It did what it said most of the time. However, my 9-year-old was somewhat frustrated with those kind of nuances. So I rarely do this, but we're giving it a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Now going back to those ice molds, I gave them an opportunity to freeze in the freezer for quite a bit of time, pulled them out. There is a tip that they give you on the package, and that is to really quickly run some warm water over them just to loosen them up a bit. But for the camera, I actually just ended up getting a bucket of warm water just to loosen them up. It was really hard to open them without having put them in the warm water or letting them melt a little bit. So I do recommend that tip just to make it a lot easier. And check this out. Look how perfectly round these ice balls are. These are beautiful. I don't think I've ever had such perfect ice balls before. These are amazing. Really fun for drinks, cocktails, that kind of thing, but also for sensory water table play, especially on a hot day, because spring and summer, they are coming quick. Now let's check out the one that had the animal inside, and look how amazingly perfect this one is. This would be so much fun as an animal rescue activity on a water table. Really, really impressed with this. I only had one that didn't come out perfectly, but I also think that's because it was sitting in the warm water for just a little bit longer than the other ones. All in all, you guys, this one is definitely a win. In fact, you're going to probably want to buy more than just one package of 4. You might want to get 2 or 3 packages just so you have a lot to freeze at once. This one is definitely getting a huge purple alphabet thumbs up.
There are more Dollar Tree tests done on the purple alphabet, so I'm gonna put a video up here for you to go check out next. I will see you over there. Make sure to click subscribe to see more videos like this and give me a thumbs up to show your love.